Hey, we're live. Good evening. Thank you for joining me live. Well, good evening at the time of recording this. My name is Jenny Kovacs, as you can see there. I'm the visibility queen who's known as the Queen of Being Seen. And on today's video, I'm going to share 5, and you know what I'm like, maybe 6 nuggets on the Tuesday tip, or the concept of the Tuesday tip. I really hope that the transcribers get every word that I say and transcribe it properly on this. So I wanted to talk about this because I've just literally done a live stream in one of my Facebook groups, and I've talked about something that I call the Tuesday tip. I mean, I say I call it the Tuesday tip. I haven't invented the word Tuesday or tip. But what I realized many years ago, when I was first in the group, there were people that were nervous about being visible and being seen. There were some people that had no issues with being visible or being seen and wanted to be in a group where they could, share their stuff all day long. And then there are always people that are on kind of the sliding scales in between. Some people will write all day very happily, but ask to do a video and they don't want to know. Some people are the other way around. Some people will speak on stages in front of thousands of people, but then don't want to put a picture of themselves up anywhere online. It doesn't matter what they say, I've heard it all. So back then, I encouraged people to just, think every Tuesday, right, Tuesday tip, nice alliteration. So Tuesday tip, today's Tuesday, a good day for me to share a tip about what I do. And over the years, I've seen many things, many good things that have been shared, but I wanted to take this opportunity in this time to share with you a little bit about what I've been noticing and how, I guess it's a how to share great content, but something that many of you who are maybe HR directors or work in the HR, business partner, talent management, some of you will be sales directors and really focused on strategy, bringing the numbers in, bringing the sales in, closing the deals. And some of you will be kind of like marketing managers, heads of marketing directors. But I'm also very aware that because I span over the entrepreneurial business side and the professional corporate side, that there are many different people watching this. So whether you're watching this on my YouTube channel, which is at Jenny Kovacs, easy, whether you're watching this on my Facebook page, which is at Visibility Vibe without the S, or whether you're watching this on LinkedIn and you're one of my I've just hit over 7,500 connections. So thank you so much. Many of you I've met before. Some of you are kind of thinking, hello, who are you? What do you do? That's okay. Even if you're watching this back, let me know. Just, I don't know, type replay or type I like this or I don't like this or whatever the thing you want to type is. So let me crack on with the tips that I would like to share. So I wanted to share 5 things about the Tuesday tips. And now you know what it is and where it came from. The first thing that I want to invite you, because I see this a lot on Facebook groups, and I could try it out on LinkedIn. When I've asked people or put a post and said, it's Tuesday, it's time to share your tip, they can just post a nice brand new fresh post, nice graphic and all of that kind of stuff if they want to. They can put a video in there, long or short. They can live stream in there if they wanted to. But what most people tend to do is they'll tend to just comment under the post. Now on LinkedIn and obviously on YouTube, it's the way it's set up. But people tend to comment under the post. And it's not that I've never understood why, but my insight as to why that's a great idea, but an even better idea, especially when you're in a group, is to post something fresh and brand new. So tip number 1, if you have the opportunity to share that tip, that insight, that did you know, always choose to share it first and foremost as a fresh post. Tip number 2, if you want 2 bites of the cherry, share it as a comment as well. So, you kind of sales, marketing, HR directors and heads of and senior leadership might think, well, how does this work for the teams that we manage or the teams, that we are leading? How does it work for them? in terms of the visibility thing. So the first thing is, if you are within the marketing department and there's a protocol, i.e., members of your organization cannot post on social media online without it going through you, make sure they know that. Because I come across two different scenarios. I come across scenarios where either the wider team know that they have to run everything through marketing, and that's fine. And then the other scenario, complete opposite side of the stick, where they don't realize they've got to run stuff through marketing. And if you've got a very strong brand voice, there might be certain colors, certain fonts, certain things that you can share. But what you will love about this, dear marketing people, is that when your teams, when the people within the organization come up with great ideas, they pass them over to you and, hey, presto, you agree. You haven't had to then create a lot of content for them. Your job is to, I say pretty it up, technical term, but your job is to make that kind of look in the way that the company would like it to look. And then before you know it, you've got internal collaborators of your content. So the people that don't work in a marketing department, in an HR department, they will be like ear to the ground. They will hear on the street what people are saying about the products, the services. They'll hear all the objections. They'll hear all the things that they can do. My entrepreneurs, by the way, if they sit for long enough behind their keyboard and are in the right spaces, online, offline groups, networking groups, round tables, they'll get to hear the same information too, just in a different way. So when you hear what people are challenged with around what you do, that makes great content too. So share it as a did you know, share it as a tip. And because you are also busy and often spinning plates, just have in your mind, every Tuesday is the day that I share a tip. So thing number one, where you can, share it as a fresh new post. Thing number two, where you can, share it as a fresh new post and put it as a comment, where you're invited to comment, that is, and you'll have 2 bites of the cherry. So thing number three, well, if you've posted it on one place online and you're able to, there's all the social media platforms, there are the company website, that you might share there. There's the company YouTube channel, which somebody might kind of sit in front of a camera and just talk around the thing that you've shared. It makes great content, great insights, and great videos for people to share. And again, even though I'm, streaming this, I guess, in mind with the HR sales and the marketing kind of heads and directors, for them to steer and guide their team, making their team more visible, the company more visible, and the reputation great. This works for you founders and entrepreneurial types too. Sorry, flicking my hair, I'm going to take a sip of water. So now you've shown up in other places at other times, which is thing number three, something to think about. Now, I didn't know this until I started working with my own LinkedIn mentor quite a few years back, and I still, follow that and do all of that stuff to this day. But did you know, specifically on LinkedIn, but also works for Facebook too, obviously not for Instagram, you can make a post and it doesn't have to have any kind of graphic with it, any kind of picture with it. I quite like that visual element because it stops the scroll. It has somebody go, oh, what's that? As long as you put a great graphic on there. But actually on Facebook and on LinkedIn, and obviously on something like X or Twitter as we know it, you can write something and share something, and it doesn't have to have a graphic or photo too. If you, like me, are so inclined to always have something to look nice and stop the scroll, get in the habit of taking loads of pictures wherever you go. You never know when you might need it. So the next thing to do is white space. So sometimes we get so passionate about what we do and we start typing really quickly. Before we know it, we've got a flurry full of words, a mind full of inspiration, and we want to tell everybody about the thing that we do. But here's the rub. Make sure that you space it out. So this is where those of you who are really kind of grammatically correct and really great with grammar and paragraphs and all of that kind of stuff will cringe a bit. but have lots of white space. Don't have all the text bunched up because it actually stops people from wanting to read it. Have lots of space in between so that people can really kind of dive in and digest and absorb what you do. And they're more likely not only to come back and look again, but to bring others to it or share it, which is what you want to do. Don't be alarmed if people don't comment. Don't be alarmed if people don't like it or react to it. That's okay. That's okay. That was letting me know my 10 minutes is up. That's okay to do that. But if you have it nicely spaced out, lots of white space, people will definitely want to see more of it too. So post as a fresh post. Feel free to post it as a comment as well. 2 bites of the cherry. Post in lots of other places is tip number 3. Number 4 is all around white space. And the 5th thing is do it consistently. Get into the habit. Look, I'm sharing a Tuesday tip just to help you remember. But if you do that just every week, that's already a consistency muscle that you've built. Some of the people that I work with within corporate spaces, then especially with a team, they work everything out with a team so that they've got people posting on every day of the week, which might seem like overkill to you. But if you think about the online space is a very, very busy place at the moment. It has people be able to see a lot of content if they need it and understand more about what you do. So empower your teams to do that. And if you are HR, marketing or sales senior leader, and you would like me to come in and offer this training to your teams so that they stand out, so that they make an impact, so that they're more visible within not only just your industry, outside of your industry, but to potential clients too, because remember, this is visibility that sells your products and services, then let me know. I'll send you a link where you can schedule a time to talk. We'll speak about what's going on for you, what's not happening for you, what's challenged you, and let's talk. That's it from me, Jenny Kovacs. Bye for now.